Hey everybody, I'm Lara Trump. Thanks so much for joining us to hear all about the President's Week. The September jobs report continues to prove that the Trump economy shows no sign of slowing down.
So the unemployment numbers just came out, and they're the best numbers we've had in over 50 years. The unemployment number is down to 3.5%, so that goes way, way back. We haven't had numbers like this in a long time. Wages are up by almost 3%. That's a fantastic increase for everybody out there working. We're very happy about those numbers. The stock market is substantially up as it was yesterday, and our country does well. Europe is not doing well. Asia is doing poorly, to put it mildly, and we continue to do very well with the miracle. But the unemployment numbers just came out, 3.5% unemployment, and that is a tremendous number, the lowest in over 50 years.
Under President Trump, the American economy is the strongest it's ever been, and with his leadership, will only continue to grow. President Trump visited the Villages in Florida to sign an executive order on protecting and improving Medicare for our nation's seniors.
In my campaign for president, I made you a sacred pledge that I would strengthen, protect, and defend Medicare for all of our senior citizens. And you see it's under siege, but it's not going to happen. Today I'll sign a very historic executive order that does exactly that. We are making your Medicare even better, and we're not letting anyone, it will never be taken away from you. We're not letting anyone get close.
This executive order is the latest step by the Trump administration to ensure the world's best health care for all Americans. President Trump signed 2 U.S.-Japan trade agreements that will allow better access for approximately 90% of U.S. agricultural exports to Japan and sets gold standard rules for digital trade.
Our farmers, ranchers, and growers will now be able to compete fairly in Japan against major competitors worldwide. In addition to these agricultural agreements, the extraordinary digital agreement that we're signing. So that digital agreement is a very big deal in its own right. We're signing today sets standards on the $40 billion in digital trade between the United States and Japan.
The president is negotiating real trade deals for the American people, and no longer will other countries take advantage of America. President Trump hosted the Young Black Leadership Summit at the White House, highlighting his administration's support for the African American community.
Each of you has come to Washington for the Black Leadership Summit because you have what it takes to achieve real change on your campuses and in your communities, and that's what you've been doing, and that's actually why you're here. You speak out for the values and principles that have made America the most exceptional nation anywhere on earth, and I will say this today is greater than it ever was before. Our military, our economy. We have the greatest economy in the world. We have the greatest economy we've ever had. Tremendous numbers just came out today. You heard that. But you stand up for the oppressive forces, and you do. You stand right up to those forces in our country that demand conformity and control. You refuse to be censored, you refuse to be silenced, and you will never back down.
President Trump is making our economy work for all Americans, with record low unemployment levels for African Americans, Hispanic Americans, Asian Americans, and women. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Lara Trump, and that is The Real News.